Hi foodies, have you ever had tamarind sauce or even tamarind chutney? It's a really delicious condiment. It's sweet and tart, and you can add so many delicious spices to it. The first time I had some tamarind sauce or tamarind glaze was several years ago. I bought some rotisserie chicken and I had some tamarind balls, and I just decided to melt up that tamarind ball, add some water, and make a glaze for the chicken, and it was so delicious. Then I found out that it's actually pretty popular. So let's get into this. So what I have here, guys, is fresh tamarind. All right, so what we're gonna do is just rinse off that outer casing because sometimes it can be very dusty. So we'll rinse that off and then we're gonna open things up. If you can't find this, you can use tamarind balls, okay? And I'll explain what you do. So I've rinsed these, and what we're gonna do is just break the shell open. Pretty simple, right? So just break it open, and then you're gonna have that really dark flesh that's inside. And I find that depending on where you get this from, the flavor might be very sour or it might be sweet. The ones in Jamaica tend to be very tart. The ones from certain Asian countries, they tend to be very sweet. So this one is not very sour because I didn't get this in Jamaica. So you'll see those little veins, you want to remove those. And once you remove those, then you have the flesh and the seeds left over. In most Caribbean islands, we just have this just like this, or we'll coat it with brown sugar and have it as candy. Really delicious. So what we're going to do is just break these apart. So you'll see each seed is covered with flesh, and we want that tamarind pulp. So let's just break these up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pour some hot water over this to help soak off that pulp. So here we are, guys. We're just going to pour the hot water on this, and we're going to leave it for about half hour so it can help to just loosen the pulp from the seeds. If you can find tamarind pulp at the supermarket, then you can just start off with the tamarind pulp and then follow the other steps in the recipe. If you have tamarind balls, then you can just follow the same steps. We pour the water onto the tamarind, let it sit for about 25 to 30 minutes. Once it's cool enough to touch, you're just gonna squeeze and rub until you loosen all that thick, rich pulp. All right, you can just use your hands, pretty easy. Then what I do is I strain it because I want to separate the seeds and from that nice thick pulp. Some people don't mind boiling the chutney with the seeds, but I want to just have that smooth liquid. So that's what it is right here. So once that's strained, we just transfer it to a pot, and you can add a little more water. Then I'm going to add some really finely grated ginger. Then I'm going to add some spices. There's amchoor, there's some cumin, there's coriander powder. I'll leave all the details in the description box below the video because you want to get some flavor in here. All right. And then I added some minced scotch bonnet just now. You can use chilies if you prefer. It does help to have that little element of heat. It doesn't have to be excessively spicy though, okay? Just a little bit of heat. And then some garlic paste. You can add finely minced garlic if you prefer. Then I'm going to add some green seasoning. This is a blend of herbs, thyme, parsley, good stuff. And then some salt to taste because the salt just helps to balance out everything. Then some brown sugar. As far as the sugar, guys, how much sugar you add depends on how sweet or how tart your tamarinds are. So you need to taste it. And then I add some lemon juice because the tamarind I'm using today, it's not very tart. And I want that balance of sweet and tart. That's why I add the lemon juice. If I was using Jamaican tamarind, I wouldn't even bother to add the lemon juice. So bring it up to a boil and then simmer for about 25 minutes and just skim off any excess froth. About 25 to 30 minutes, you should be good. It's going to be reduced and it's going to be flavorful. You want to taste again to see if you need to add sugar, salt, or any more spices. You can make it as thick as you want. All right. So if you feel like it needs a little more water, just add a little more water, simmer it for a little bit again, or you can just reduce it even more if you want it to be more concentrated and thicker. Then I'm going to add some minced cilantro. If there's someone at home that just doesn't like cilantro, just add some minced parsley. All right. And that's it. You are good to go. You can bottle this up if you want to. You can serve it right away, or you can just cool it down. And guys, this is absolutely delicious. And guys, everybody has their own version of tamarind sauce or tamarind chutney depending on their ethnicity or their location. So guys, feel free to customize. This is tasty and I can't wait to hear what you think. See you next time.